Hello, bonjour, welcome aboard this Airbus A330-200, registration Charlie Golf, Uniform Bravo Delta of Air Transat. Good morning everyone, my name is Gérard Moffett. I'll be today's captain on today's flight. I'd like to have everyone have a chance to say their name. I'll start with Chloe to say hi.
Hi, my name is Chloe. I'll be the first officer for the flight today.
Good morning everyone, it's a pleasure to fly with you today. So I'll give you the briefing and the flight information. We're on the aircraft UBD A330-200. Flight number is 890 and we're heading to Puerto Plata. The flight time is 3 hours and 37 minutes. The block is 4 hours and 10, so it's a fairly quick flight. Altitude 41,000 feet. And we're going to have 277 passengers on board. So the departure runway will be runway 06 left on the Montreal SID 1 departure. Initial altitude is 5,000 feet, and the MSA and the safe altitude on departure is 3,000 feet. We have extra fuel and time of 19.5 tons and 3 hours and 45.
Okay, perfect. So we're at gate 68. You want to taxi on one or two engines?
Will be two engines.
Two engines?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. You see any threats?
Any threats? Well, not really today. It's a nice weather. The only thing is taking off 6 left. We'll keep an ear to see if they tell us to turn right or left to go to Found. Sometimes it could be either way.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't see any threats. Do you see any?
I don't either.
Okay.
Following 774, continue straight ahead, south ramp, follow that jazz, and short of 6 left, contact tower 119.3.
You can put the parking brakes.
Okay, so the parking brake is set. We'll be starting engine number 1 only.
Okay, you can start number 1, thank you.
Starting 1. So during the engine start, we have the N3 that is rotating now as we see it increases at 25%. We have fuel flow. And we have light off here. EGT is increasing. N2 is rotating as well. Oil pressure and temperature is increasing as well. We have the ignition B, Bravo, that is starting. N3 is stabilized. We have a veil and all the engine parameters are stable.
Malaga, good morning, Air Transat 890 Heavy, arriving on hotel.
Air Transat 890 Heavy, good morning, proceed to bay number 9, taxi hotel, and stop at the red bar.
Okay, we taxi hotel to bay number 9, we stop at the red bar for Transat 890.
So we are in the de-icing facility, and this is where the company Aeromag is taking care of aircraft removing frost or snow from the wings. And there's trucks that approach the aircraft from both sides. So usually it's a team of 3 or maybe 2 that work on the wings first, and then they go on the tail and they clear the frost and snow on the tail as well. And then depending on the active runway will be a right turn or a left turn for the departure runway.
Yes, after inspection, your aircraft is totally clean. So all our units are back in their safety zone, and confirm that you hold position and contact Aeromag 12252 and have a nice day.
Starting engine 2.
Check.
Transat 890, contact departure airborne, clear for takeoff for noise 06 left.
Clear for takeoff 6 left with departure airborne, Air Transat 890.
Oscar 582, clear to land for noise 06 left. Clear to land, runway 06 left. Oscar 582.
Manflex 63 SRS runway Autotras Blue.
D1.
Rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Nav.
Check.
Thrust directed climb to Autotras.
Check.
Air 4305, turn left heading 200.
Left turn 200, commander 4305.
Transat 890 direct Albany en route, maintenez vitesse de 2800 nœuds ou moins.
Direct Albany on course and flight level 230, maximum 280 knots here, Transat 890.
Roger.
Direct Albany.
And third.
We position runway 6 left, right here for takeoff. And the SID departure today was what's called the Montreal 1, which is a straightforward SID departure. So, taking off from 6 left, and the controller made us do a right turn on the SID departure with heading vectors. So first turn was a heading on 150, and then eventually we were clear direct JFK. So Montreal Airport is right over here, and then here's our route. So right now we're talking with Boston Center, and very shortly we'll be talking with New York Center. And then our route takes us over what's called an airway Lima 455 initially. So these are all the control airspaces that we'll be going through. So we have New York airspace right over here, and we'll stay with New York airspace, ATC basically communicating with New York on the North Atlantic as we are heading south here. And eventually we will be arriving to the waypoint called Luckty, where we'll be transferred to Miami Center.
Well, there's Bravo, but I'm not sure I'm going to make it. So if we don't, we'll need to go to the end and do a 180 to come back for Bravo.
Sounds good.
There's no hotspot in Puerto Plata. Special operation, there is one, so we talked about it. That's the Compagnie NOTAM, so we'll need to be configured really early on. So I'll plan a MEVO at 180 knots with flaps 2 in order to intercept the final approach with gear down and flaps full.
Exactly.
Air Transat 890 after SICAR descend to 6,000 feet and clear via SICAR to Sierra for the nav approach, runway 08.
Departure American 2975 with you at a 2.2 for 10,000.
Puerto Plata Tower today, Air Transat 890. We're turning final runway 08.
Funnel up.
Check.
Transat 890, clear to runway 08. Wind 090 degrees to around 7 and QNH 29994.
Clear to land runway 08. Just confirm 29994, Air Transat 890.
2,500.
Check.
500.
Stable.
Continue.
100. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Retard. Retard.
Spoilers up. Nacelle. Reverse green. $70 knots, I have control. Okay, so exit on Bravo and follow the Marshner.
Exactly. V1, rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up. Nav.
Transat 891, send the manual control, radar contact. Continue climbing flight level 240.
Continue climbing to flight level 240 for Transat 891.
Manage speed.
We had the SID departure Lorette to Charlie. That was assigned to us. So after departure, we were warned the runway heading at the PP 330, and then left turn. We followed those points until Lored too. And after that, we changed from Santo Domingo to Miami ATC. And now we'll be at Lamer. We'll be there, well, almost there. We're 50 miles south of Lamer. We'll change for New York at Lamer.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to talk a little bit about my career progression, what it took for me to get to fly the Airbus 330 for Air Transat. In '97, I was enrolled in a college, a flight college in Montreal, and it was a 2-year program. In that program, I was able to obtain my private pilot license and then also my commercial multi-IFR, basically multi-engine instrument rating as well. In 2007, I had the opportunity to be interviewed here at Air Transat, which goes back to 15 years ago. And I was hired on the Airbus 310 as a first officer. After 3 years, I had a chance to fly the Airbus 330 for a couple of months, and I had my upgrade after that on the Airbus 310. I had the opportunity to fly the Airbus 310, the Boeing 737, of course the Airbus 330 as well, and also had a chance to work in flight operations, assisting the chief pilot as well for about 7 years.
I started my class to become a pilot in 2006. I started in a private school at Mascouche. Over there I did my private license. After that I did my commercial and multi-IFR. It took me a while, it took me like 2 years because I was working at the same time. After that, once I had my multi-IFR, I became an instructor to get a lot of hours. I came in Transat in 2016, so over 6 years now. I started on the Airbus 310.
All right, so we are approaching our top of descent point, as we can see right here on the navigation display, which is just over 120 nautical miles, which shows us the optimum descent point. So we will be planning the Carter arrival in Montreal, and it's called the Carter because it's a RNAV arrival. And it starts right over here, the waypoint Peaburg, and this is where we are proceeding at this time. So we're coming from the south. We will be forming a northbound track with a left turn here, which will bring us to the downwind. And if we see the airport is located right here, we'll be planning an ILS approach into runway 06 left in Montreal.
Transat 891 AV, Montreal Terminal, roger, descent 4,000.
Descending 4,000 feet, Transat 891.
4,000 feet.
Transat 891, base turn in about 4 miles, maintain speed 210 knots.
You maintain speed 210 knots for Transat 891.
Jazz 570, reduce speed of 190 knots.
Speed 190 knots, Jazz 570.
Speed check. Flaps 2.
Minimum
Continue.
Check.
200. One hundred. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
Flare 200, ILS 06 left. Flare 200, Montreal target A, wind 06012, altimeter 2997, clear land runway 06 left. Clear land 06 left, flare 200. Refoulé face à l'est.
On refoule face à l'est sur Transat 772.
And north ramp gate 23. North ramp.
Welcome to Montreal. We just parked the aircraft at gate 58, and it's been a very nice flight. Nice descent, not much any weather, and it's -6 in Montreal, -6 Celsius, and it was nice to have Just Planes on board, and I hope you enjoyed the flight, and hope to see you soon. Thank you.
Good evening, Just Planes. My name is Manuel Chabot. I am a captain at Air Transat. We are on board a Airbus 321 LR. We will be departing from Montreal in Canada, heading towards Malaga in Spain. Today in the flight deck I will be working with my colleague Captain Kevin Langlois. And we are 3 tonight as we do this flight as augmented crew. And we have Captain Régent Baudouin with us also tonight. We are just preparing the aircraft right now, programming the computers, The boarding is well started. We should be airborne in the next 30 minutes or so. I wish you an excellent flight.
Engine out trajectory is runway heading. We'll climb the 5,000 feet, and if we need to come back, I've selected runway 24 right in the secondary flight plan, so we can activate the secondary and come back on runway 24 right. Threats?
Threats, it's raining a little bit here tonight, so the runway will be wet.
Okay.
Then after that, we have also, Montreal is our home base, so be careful for any complacency here. And the turbulence, of course, on the chart, there was turbulence reported on our departure. Maybe just to mitigate the risk here, we can keep the seatbelt sign a little bit longer.
Sure, let's do that.
Transat 252, push face east and call for taxi.
Push face east, call for taxi, Air Transat 252.
Okay, 0123 on time departure, good.
PNC, armez les portes pour le départ. Cabin crew, on doors for departure.
Airplane Air Transat 252, ready for taxi. Air Transat 252, 24 left, join the north ramp, hold short Delta.
Pull up. Pull down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Rudder check.
Full left.
Ground 7618, short of Delta for Air Canada base.
Full right. Neutral.
Transat 252, the wind's 21016, gusting 18. Flight departures airborne, clear for takeoff, runway 24 left. Departures airborne, clear for takeoff, runway 24 left, Air Transat 252.
Manflex 32 SRS runway auto thrust blue.
Check. Thrust set.
Check.
706, good night.
1, rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up.
Bonsoir. Air Transat 252, light to moderate mixed icing, a bit of turbulence between 8 and 13. Thank you, Air Transat 252.
Check.
Transat 252, proceed to Rabic on course.
Direct Rabic on course, Air Transat 252. Confirm
Flap 0.
Rabic. Check speed. Flaps 0.
Air Transat 252, contact Montreal Center 13235. Good.
13235 Montreal, Air Transat 252. You have a good night, sir.
Thanks.
Air Transat 252, Montreal Center, good evening. Proceed direct Ebony on course, climb flight level 280.
Transat 252, Montreal Center, good evening. Climb flight level 330.
Okay, is it possible for Air Transat 252 to stop the climb at 310?
Transat 252, climb flight level 310.
310, Air Transat 252.
Level 310 blue.
Check.
Okay, so we're now in cruise at 31,000 feet. So in Montreal, we were parked at gate 61 right here, and when we taxied out, we taxied on north ramp, then Alpha 4 and Alpha.
United 36, contact
We're
Montreal
going
Center 1.
to runway 24 left, so then we taxied Alpha. We lined up right here on 24 left, and we used the standard departure Montreal 1 for the departure. So pretty straightforward departure. It's runway heading to 5,000 feet. Almost immediately after takeoff, when we contacted the first ATC, they told us to go southbound on heading 180. So we turned southbound, and after that we went direct to almost immediately direct to Ebony, which is right here, and it's the exit point for the United States airspace, and then we're gonna go back with the Canadian ATC. So we're gonna fly over the inside Moncton FIR, and then eventually when we're going to get closer to the ocean, we're going to talk to Gander Oceanic. Then over the ocean, we'll be talking also to New York Oceanic. Eventually it's going to be Santa Maria. And we're going to make landfall near Portugal, actually near Lisbon, and then eastbound to Malaga.
Gander Radio Air Transat 252, level 330 approaching a beam RAFIan. We are CPDLC tonight.
Transat 252, Gander Radio, roger that. Looks like New York is next. At the boundary, contact New York Radio. Primary 55908, secondary 3016. Cell call now for Gander 3476, backup 5616. Gander.
Okay, New York will be 55908, backup 3016. And the cell call check with Gander on 3476, backup 5616. Thank you. Gander Radio Air Transat 252 for cell call check on Echo Mike Alpha Romeo.
Transat 252 Gander Radio, cell call command.
Good cell call for Air Transat 252, thank you.
We expect to land in an hour and 45 minutes in Malaga. We're going to fly the Sevilla 3 Juliet arrival. That's our star here. So we're going to come from the northwest over the mountains right here, and then we're going to go south over. Descent.
Buenos días, Boeing 47 Victor, te paso el hotel en ascenso para nivel 9 pies.
Runway is inside, 12 o'clock.
Check.
ETA for Echo Delta facing on your right, Delta Lima 2.
100 above.
Land. Check for the 100 above.
300. Minimum.
Continue.
ETA for Echo Delta, ground 121705 again.
121-705, good AC, 84, Echo Delta.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 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 retard.
Spoilers. Reverse are green. Decel.
Check.
Yep, I got the A321. That's our aircraft. Parking brake on. So here we are, finally arriving in Malaga. Beautiful weather. It is now plus 11 degrees on the ground. We've just parked the aircraft at gate 18. And now we will be heading to the hotels, and we'll see you in about 2 days from now, where we will be flying the Airbus A321LR again from Paris-Charles de Gaulle to Quebec City in Canada. We hope you enjoy the flight with us, and thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I present myself, Manuel Chabot. I will be the captain on this flight today. With me working in the flight deck will be my colleagues Kevin Langlois and Régent Baudouin. So today we are making the flight Paris to Quebec. It's the Air Transat 117 flight. Our flight time will be 7 hours and 39 minutes. It is blocked at 7 hours and 40 minutes, so the flight time is pretty long today due to the strong headwinds that we have.
I checked carefully the instruments for our indications inside. Where the air and CDG, no problem. But where it's cold, maybe some ice and snow, we make sure everything is clean. The states of the tires, just general stuff. We're approaching the cargo area, so always be careful with all the trucks around. And here are the famous Pratt & Whitney geared turbofan engines. As you can see, we can see throughout the whole engine, the combustion chamber is really small in the middle, and it's a hollow nacelle, so that's pretty cool.
We have our colleagues with the A330 coming from Montreal.
Contact tower 119.25, goodbye.
Lufthansa 78 uniform 119.25.
V1. Rotate.
Check.
Positive climb.
0 cross 27 left, after crossing, contact ground 121.
Departure good day, Air Transat 117, Atrex 5 Alpha, landing level 100.
Bonjour, Transat 117 identified.
Transat 117.
France 022, montée niveau unité 90.
Dans le 190, unité 90, Air France 022.
Delta A3, cloud flight level 1990.
Lap 0.
Speed check. Lap 0.
Set standard.
Transat 117, above level 100, 300 knots maximum.
Maximum 300 knots above level 100, Air Transat 117.
Good day, my name is Régent. For me, the love of aviation started when I was really young, as I grew up in the northern Quebec, where basically there's no road, so everything was all the visiting and going to see friends and family was only by airplane. So at a very young age, I started to be a passenger in airplanes, seeing a lot of models, a lot of weather, and I became passionate. So at 17 years old, I joined a small airline in Quebec called or named Air Inuit, which is owned by the Inuit people of Nunavik, as a groomer. So basically washing airplanes, changing configuration in the airplanes. Then I did my course in my flight training in a school in Western Canada, near Winnipeg, in the year of 1999, between May and December 1999. Air Inuit then hired me as a co-pilot on the Twin Otter, then co-pilot on the HS-748, then go back captain on the Twin Otter, and then on the 748 again, and Dash 8 captain. I joined Air Transat in 2011, and now I'm a captain here on the 321.
Air Transat 117, turn right heading 010.
Right heading 010, Air Transat 117.
010.
Air Transat 117, you're clear to land, runway 24.
Clear to land, runway 24, Air Transat 117.
500.
Stable.
Continue. Clear to land.
100 above.
Check.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. Retard.
Spoilers. Reverse green. Decel.
Transat 117, exit on runway 11 and contact ground 1219.
Parking brake on.
So here we are, everybody. Quebec City, 7 hours and 42 minutes of flight from Paris. Everything was perfect. We had a few vectors on the approach, but here there's some nice weather, nice sun out there. So welcome to Quebec.